Good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. For this week's installment, I'd like to continue with the Missabe Western railroad build. The next couple of days saw a different kind of progress. I left the track laying in the paper mill alone for a while and worked on the temporary turnback curves, which will allow the customer to run trains even before phase 2 is completed. So without further ado, let's just head back to the customer's basement and get busy.
As we can see, there are a lot of benchwork frames that have now been built. I'm going to get those installed. Those go in this area and they allow temporary connections so that we can get continuous running on both the lower and the middle levels. So I'm going to get that done next, and then I'll go back to the track laying on the other side. So don't go away, I will check in with you again periodically. I'm not quite sure whether I made a recording this morning because I was distracted. I meant to outline the plan for the day's work, but anyway, you can pretty much see what it is now. I've got the bench work in for the temporary turnaround on the low level. The road bed is more or less in the right place. I've got all the risers dropping down from the road bed, but I haven't attached them to the framing yet. Chris disappeared a couple of hours ago to get some more clamps, and I thought he was coming back, but maybe he isn't. Maybe he had to go further afield than he thought he was going to. But it's almost 6 o'clock now, so even if he does make it back now, there isn't really a lot of time to continue. So I'm just going to pack up and go home. We can finish it in the morning. Well, here I am back at work again this morning, and as I mentioned before I went home yesterday, Chris went to Harbour Freight, bought a whole load more clamps, so now we can get this grade a lot more even. All the risers are in, but they're only attached at the tops, not at the bottoms, so I can just raise and lower them as I need to get the grade right. And allowing for vertical curves top and bottom, I have 20 openings between joists, and they're all approximately the same size. So that should give me a good starting point, knowing how much I have to drop in per opening. I'm just going to measure the vertical rise, do some calculations, and I'll be in good shape to get started. So don't go away, I'll check in with you again later. Well, I've now got the grade adjusted about halfway around the loop. You can see the last of my clamps is just here. And it's quite simple, really. You've seen this tool before, which is designed to put a level on and get a 2% grade, but this is a little bit less than that. So rather than use this tool, I'm just putting the level on the grade. I'm putting it so that the bubble just touches that second line. I'm not quite sure what that grade is, but it's less than 2%, and it gives me an even grade all the way around here, because at the halfway point I have lost marginally more than half the height that I need to, so I still have a little bit of leeway. The next step is to put all the screws in all these risers that are clamped, and then I can recycle the clamps and use them for the other half of the grade. So let me just do that quickly, and I'll check in with you again later. Well, all the sub road bed is now permanently installed at the right elevation, at the right grade. I've also taken out all the temporary screws holding the splice plates because they were too long, and it's a lot easier to take them out again than it is to cut them off where they come through. Next step is to get the foam rubber on, and then after that we can lay some track. So don't go away, check in with you again later. Well, I've been busy most of the day, and as you can see I now have the road bed installed, I have the track installed, and if you look closely underneath it you will be able to see that all the feeders are in. All I need now is 4 switch machines for these crossovers, and then it'll be time to vacuum up all the mess and get a locomotive out for testing. It's about 5:15, so I might have time to get that done today. I'm going to start. I don't know if I'll finish it though. Don't go away, check in with you again later. All the switch machines are now installed and working. 2 of them are slaved, obviously, because the crossovers need to work together. And this one. So I've got to vacuum up all the sawdust, and then we'll get some sides on and then get some trains running. I'll check in with you later, so don't go away. Well, this is all I'm doing in this area for now. There is no point in doing the top sub-road bed and track until we're ready to hook up at this end. There's a whole load more bench work that isn't finished around here, and I'll do it all together. As soon as I'm ready to do this, I will do everything. In the meantime, I've just started getting set up over the other side to do the track, while Chris finished attaching the safety fences.
Well, that's all for this video. I know it's a little shorter than my usual offerings. I also have time-lapse footage of that same process available, and if I have time I will get that edited and release that as well. Can't guarantee it, I'm rather busy at the moment. Hope you'll understand. And I hope to see you again next week. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.